Hi, and welcome to this episode of HuntFlorida TV. I'm host Tony Young, and on this episode I thought we would talk about some tips and some things you can do to ensure a safe spring turkey hunt this year. You know, when you're hunting on private property, oftentimes, you know, you're the only one out there, or in the case of like maybe a hunting club or hunting lease, you've got certain sections of an area that you know that you're going to hunt, and some other people are going to hunt some other areas, and everybody kind of knows where everybody is. Or you know, just kind of like with deer hunting, you know, you have like a board, and you hang a ring up on the area that you're going to be hunting, and then you know your fellow hunt club members know where you're going to be, and you know where they're going to be. But when you're hunting public land, like I'm about to do this morning, you know, you don't have that luxury. And here we go. You know, you often don't have that luxury, and you know, there's a lot more proactive things that you really should take to ensure a good, you know, a fun, safe spring turkey hunt. You know, as crazy as it sounds, over the last 30 years, 3 out of 4 turkey hunting incidents were a result of the victim being mistaken for a turkey. I mean, I can't fathom that, but that's the truth. 3 out of 4, 75%. So on this episode, we're going to go over a few things and a few tips on what you can do and what you need to be doing to make sure that doesn't happen, okay? You know, some of these turkey hunters that you'll come across when you're hunting public land are really good at calling. And sometimes, sometimes it's hard to tell if it's a hunter making the sounds that you're hearing, or if it's the real thing. So always assume, you know, when in doubt, always assume that that it's another hunter making those sounds until you can, you know, can positively identify the source and be sure. And also, if you do come across another hunter in the woods, you know, make sure that you get the hunter's attention by, you know, waving your hands a little bit, or whistling, or you know, calling out just loud enough for him to hear you, so that he knows where you are, okay? Put my turkey vest on. One thing I'm gonna leave at home though, whenever I'm hunting on public land, and I've said this in a previous episode, but I'm gonna leave my gobble tube at home. You know, it's not a good idea to, in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinion too, it's just not very safe to be on public land when you don't know who all is going to be out there, and to be in the bushes all camouflaged in, to be shaking a gobble tube, and, you know, making perhaps other public land hunters think that there's a big gobbler in the brush right there. So, you know, you don't want to become one of those statistics. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this in the truck. But, you know, something I am going to bring, which you don't have to do this on public land, except when you're deer hunting, but I am going to bring with me an orange vest. Let's see. And what I do is I wear this just to and from any of my setups. So as you can see, I mean, there's no way that another hunter out there is not going to see me. Now when I get to my setup, of course I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to sit it on, or I'm going to hide it, I'm going to put it out of the way. But that's definitely something that when I go to and from setups, I go ahead and wear this. You know, also a lot of these turkey vests have these orange ribbons built in. And you know, if you don't have one of these, or you don't want to do this, you can always do this, you know, and put this around you or something to where, you know, to where you're seen. You know, another good thing that we use, you know, either this for or this for is if we are successful in harvesting a turkey, I'll definitely, a lot of times I will wrap that turkey in this orange vest, or I will, you know, have this around it when I'm carrying it out, because I don't, you know, again, if I'm going through some, you know, some brushy terrain, and again, you don't know who's out there, you know. I mean, I trust myself, you know, but you can't trust everybody. So I'm gonna go ahead, you know, for safety's sake, when I'm pulling a turkey out, I'm gonna wrap that turkey in hunter orange. I mean, the hunt's over, so you know, you don't have anything to lose, but you've got everything to gain. So go ahead and wrap that turkey in something bright so that nobody's going to mistake that dead turkey on your back for a live turkey. And you know, another thing that's really not the National Wild Turkey Federation and the FWC, you know, don't really recommend on public land is to stalk turkeys. You know, and especially, you know, there's kind of a trend or a fad to use one of these things, you know, and I don't mean use one of these things as in sticking it in the ground. I'm talking about you know, belly crawling. I'm talking about having it on the ground, you know, with your shotgun and your belly crawling and doing all that. You know, perhaps on private property, you know, when you know you're the only one that's going to be out there, or you know, you've got you know, situations and conditions that you can control more, but on public land you can't control a lot of that. So we definitely do not recommend, you know, taking something like this, you know, or just, you know, a real turkey fan and getting on the ground and crawling, you know, around on public land, you know, sticking that up in the air. I mean, that's not smart at all, obviously. So anyway, I'm definitely going to leave this home. So thank you for tuning in to Hunt Florida TV. Have a very successful and fun spring turkey season this year, but be safe out there, okay? We want to see you next time. And again, thanks for tuning in.